But I'm sorry, that is just irresponsible. I think that's just a complete waste of time. There's nothing productive that can come out of teaching that in this situation or anything like that. I just figured that today we would take a look at this self-defense YouTube channel that has kind of been going viral in recent days and weeks. I know a lot of YouTubers have already made videos reacting to this, and this isn't quite my area of content, but I just thought I would do something like this for fun, so why not?
Detroit Urban Survival Training. Right now we're going to share with you what to do if you are encountering an aggressor, an attacker that is pushing you, pointing, coming towards you, and you don't want to do anything but go by and simply keep moving. When the hand comes out, you're gonna go here, just like that.
I mean, yeah, that's a good technique, but he just kind of escalated a situation that wasn't necessarily violent to begin with. He kind of started the violence, so that could trigger the other person to really start attacking him at that point.
Keep moving. Another option, when the hand comes out, the way you do that is you push here on the wrist, then the elbow, and then you keep walking. You do it quickly like this, hand comes out, and this intelligent option will rip off your...
I don't know, we'll look at a few of these, but I don't really like the idea of using more violence than the opponent unless you really have to, and in a situation like this, I don't think it's at that point.
Detroit Urban Survival Training. I'm going to share with you what to do if you're surrounded by a group of men and they attack you. So if they come at you, what you don't want to do is try to stand in the middle like in a martial arts karate movie, moving in a circle, trying to block, trying to hit. That's not going to work. So if they try to grab and then try to attack you and you try to back up, this is what's going to happen. As you try to back up, you're going to get swarmed and you're still going to be down.
Okay, I will say I like that he explains some things that you don't want to do, because it's really important when you're teaching something to show the other side and to illustrate what you don't want to do so the person really gets a full picture of what's going on. But let's see.
Dominated and you're going to lose. What you should do is this.
Okay, well, I like how they're all taking turns, waiting for their turn for the circle to come around to them. Like, watch this guy. Watch this guy here. Just standing there and waiting for him to push him to the side.
When you move a circle around the crowd, you're able to attack each attacker.
Okay, yeah, not really a fan. That's not really a technique. I guess that's better than doing nothing if you have no other option and no other idea what to do, but just not a realistic way of how a group of people is going to approach you and attack you.
Detroit Urban Survival Training. I'm going to share with you another way you can defend your life against a baseball bat wielding attacker. This could be a rake, it could be a long pole. This will help you survive.
Okay, yes, legitimate technique by using the face to take down. That's a common thing in a lot of martial arts in a self-defense situation. But let's go back and...
This will help you survive.
Look at the way the guy's swinging. It's like a pattern that you'd see from like a video game character. Like he's giving you a rhythm to figure out and then start to exploit. The technique itself is realistic and it works. But the approach, again, just like the last video, this is not realistic. You know, a person with a bat is going to react to your movements. They're either going to charge at you and swing a lot faster than that, or they're going to kind of wait for you to move and then they're going to try to attack you from there.
Swinging, slow motion, comes out. As it comes forward, I lean back and then I come forward here. The reason this works is because by the time he's able to redirect this, it's too late. Fingers go into the eyes, elevate back, extend, smashing the skull to the ground.
Yeah, again, I have no problem with the technique. I just have a problem with the way that they're illustrating it and the way they're approaching it.
Detroit Urban Survival.
Let me start by saying I'm not a huge fan of gun self-defense and teaching and training it at all because of the false sense of confidence it could give somebody. But let's go ahead and take a look.
Training. We're sharing with you right now something you could choose to do if you believe someone's life's in danger and they're being held hostage by a gun in close quarters. Now, we don't suggest you do this if you believe that you can comply with the directives or wait for law enforcement to get there to assist.
Okay, again, I do like the disclaimer that he puts out that they're not endorsing that anybody does this. I guess they might just be doing that for legal reasons. But I do think that's important if you're going to train stuff like this, even if it's just for fun, to drive home to your students that it is stupid to do this in any real life situation.
Number one, you're going to agree with them and let them know you're not going to try anything before you actually try to rescue the person. And what you're going to do is go straight to the top end of the weapon. This is going to be the front of the frame, the barrel, the slide. You're going to grab here, and you're going to push it right back towards her face.
Let's finish it.
Here, you're going to take control of the grip. And
maybe he emphasizes this in other gun defense videos, but you should always know that the second that you make any movement or touch or contact the opponent, that they're going to fire and pull immediately after that human reaction time it takes them to realize what's going on. And that's not what's happening here. The guy just, once he gets the gun, the guy's just standing there and not pulling back. Let's see.
Grab here, and you're going to push it right back towards her face. Here, you're going to take control of the grip.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can train to be fast enough in theory, but the guy's going to pull back and, you know, he's not going to wait there afterwards. So in any case, it's just really dumb to ever attempt to do something like this, kind of like he said at the beginning.
And this will give you control of the weapon and increase your survivability. Detroit Urban Survival Training.
So I'll say the same thing I said about gun defense. I don't think it's a great idea to practice with knives, just because of any false sense of security that it can give you. But again, let's watch.
Right now, we're going to share with you something you can do to increase your survivability if someone pulls a knife on you and threatens you right in front of your face. Step one, you're going to seize control of the weapon, hand. Your thumb is over the thumb. You've got control of the hand.
Yeah, the second you make a motion here, that knife is going to go through your thumb, or that guy's already going to be out of there. You're not going to be able to grab this that fast from that distance.
You pull as they're pushing, articulating, turning it over, putting all your strength, all your weight onto the elbow, causing an elbow.
If you can get to here, then yes, this technique can work. But that first step, he just kind of abstracts through it, like that's easy to do. Like, I don't trust any amount of training that you can do that in a foolproof way, because you're going to slice open your hand.
Elbow lock. As you sit down, all your weight goes down, slamming them down, and you maintain a lock here, and you have a wrist lock.
Yeah, the technique's good. It's an arm bar. If you can do this without somebody, if he's not pointing it at you, at somebody else, in theory, you know, you can come behind him and get a hold of that fast enough to apply the lock. But yeah, I don't think it's worth even ever attempting that unless you really are stuck in the corner in the back of an alley and you have no other way to go. Wow, okay, that might be the worst one yet. Like, most of the time he shows he does have training and he's able to take people down in a way, but they're really just kind of breezing through that first part of the video where he's getting outside of the shot of a shotgun in this case, and with one hand he's able to move the gun and the guy just gives up after that. Like, the guy's going to pull back, he's going to turn in the opposite direction that you're already pushing him in, get a hold of that gun, back up, and that's it. Yeah, just again, not a fan of the approach, and they've got so many videos that I'm sure they make this disclaimer multiple times that it's just not smart to ever do this or ever consider doing this in any real life situation. Now, and let me say, I don't think this is super harmful, because most of the attention they're getting is just online and they're just doing YouTube shorts, or I guess TikTok or whatever this is. Nobody's going to take really anything from this. You can't learn from a video, you have to learn in person. But if they have an academy or whatever, that people are doing this for weeks, months, and years, then I guess that's where it could become dangerous. But I get it, this is just for entertainment purposes. They're doing a good job of hitting the algorithm and making it across to millions of people, it looks like.
Back up.
Do I even need to say anything here?
Swiper no swiping. Swiper no swiping. Swiper no swiping.
Oh man!
All right, so the way that worked, when the man grabbed the child's arm, the mother pushed here on the thumb, causing the thumb to let go. This would help if someone tries to grab your child against your will. You're able to break the hold so you can get your child free from an aggressor that tries to abduct your child.
A goal that I have is trying to find something good in everything. So what I will say is I do like that they incorporate some type of technique, some type of actual martial art technique into each of their videos. So what he said about the thumb works if you can get a hold of that. But I'm sorry, that is just irresponsible. I think that's just a complete waste of time. There's nothing productive that can come out of teaching that in this situation or anything like that. Like, it just seems like they had that technique in mind and then tried to draw up a scenario around it instead of vice versa. So overall, I actually don't really have a problem with this. To me, it's just kind of for entertainment purposes. And there's a lot of people at home that don't really train, but like to see stuff like this and like to engage their mind and see how the body works, and to me there's nothing wrong with that. And also, if you're taking it so seriously that you are so angry with this and you think this is ruining martial arts and what's wrong with the world, then I think you should also sit back, because it's not that serious. I don't know anything about this organization, but from what I've seen, I think the guy in the video has sufficient training, and he is a martial artist to some extent, and he knows some parts of how the body works. He definitely trains taking down with weapons and things like that a lot more than I do, so he has a better opinion than I do on that, and I'm not going to pretend that I'm smarter than him and that I've tried all these things more than he has and I have better answers. But again, it's not the techniques themselves that are really the problem. It's just the overall idea of giving people the false sense of security, and that's a problem with any martial art that teaches people that what they have is unbreakable and what they have is going to save them in every scenario that they can encounter in life. But I'll give them credit for disclaiming here and there in videos that they're really not endorsing doing this. Again, I think they should be more overt with the fact that what they're doing is for entertainment purposes only. That's what I would do. But no need for us to go ahead and profess why we think we're better than them because of what we do versus what they do. Again, I think this is just best looked at through the lens of entertainment and for fun. But I'm curious if you have thoughts about this channel. I'm sure you've seen this if you're on this side of YouTube already. What do you think? Are there other videos from this channel or other videos of martial arts in general that you'd want to hear or see me react to? Because if that's something that I could make videos on, then I'm willing to try that. I haven't done that before, but it is kind of fun. But as always, thank you guys for watching and keep training.